Smudge here again. Monday night, November the 27th, 2017. I have a young couple from Georgia gonna grace the show with us. Amber and John, Homestead and Random is the name of their channel. And I'll tell you what, these youngsters are like sponges. They're learning about homesteading, and they want to learn. They're learning how to make videos, and they want to learn. They're learning how to garden. They're learning how to be frugal. They're learning all the aspects. And they have challenges. They have perhaps more challenges than most. But they still want to learn. So join us Monday night. The stream starts at 8:57. Show starts at 9 o'clock. And welcome to the screen, Amber and John Homestead and Random. Take care. We'll see you then.
It's me again. I'm just told I'm live. I'm sorry. I was answering Rusty. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Just another Thursday here, but it was cool. We went out and spent some money we really didn't have, then went to a place to get a bite to eat and found out they had a Thanksgiving buffet, and that was about as expensive as shopping at Royal King, but it's all good. Had the girls this weekend. If anyone saw the video we put up yesterday, we were part of a Home for the Holidays collab, and ours was the Jewish / Hanukkah version. So I have one of the videos up. I'm going to be doing another one. So tonight we have Amber and John with us. Hope you have your questions ready. Great couple, great young couple. We met them this past May, at the Appalachian Conference, going out of a building, the main building, towards the afternoon. And Daryl was in front of me, and I get out the first set of doors. Then there was a small foyer there, and then I was getting ready to go out the second doors to go outside. I thought I heard somebody screaming my name, and nobody here knows us. So I heard it again. I turned around and I had this lady in my face, and she's hugging me all over. And there's where starts the relationship between Amber and Sherry. But it's been cool ever since. So we have become their pseudo Auntie Cher and Uncle Daryl. So cool with us. We have no problem whatsoever. So they are a young couple, are basically off-grid, not totally, but due to some circumstances, they figured, let's do it this way. In between doing some revamping on their home, and it should be interesting what questions come out of everyone here to them and what comes back. So just be ready for a wonderful, wonderful evening. Are we ready, sir?
I think we're ready.
It's 9:04 here.
Okay. Well, we got one of them.
There's Amber.
Amber, you are on the screen.
John must be hiding behind the couch.
He'll be here in a minute.
That's cool.
So you might as well say hi to everybody.
Laptop.
Might as well say hi to everybody, Amber.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Well, we got 32. I hope we're getting 32 thumbs up for this couple. Like I said, great kids. I don't even know their age. Late 20s, early 30s, early 20s.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But
you want to share how old you are, roughly?
I'm 30. I'm 36, and my husband's 48.
Okay.
Well,
You're
I was totally wrong, but
well preserved.
Yeah. Whatever she's doing
We
to
didn't
preserve
age
it.
much.
Yeah, whatever you're doing to preserve it, you may need to share that.
Well, the thing is, I don't drink, and I did quit smoking years ago because I want to maintain this figure.
I hear you. I got it too. Yeah, I don't. Man, I think if I have a wine cooler once a year, I'm doing good. I mean, my biggest downfall is Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. So.
Oh, we gave up sodas. We mostly drink coffee, tea, or Kool-Aid or water.
I should give up my sodas. That would do a lot of good for health-wise. So what else is going on there? How's your I remember you were building a deck. Did that get done?
No, we're still lacking the decking boards, and we got one part of it done. We can walk in the house.
Okay.
But the rest of it is just the subfloor to put the decking boards down. We only got that much done. Our brother-in-law came over and helped us to get that done because me and John really can't able to do it ourselves. So.
Right. Well, isn't that how John hurt his leg?
Yes. I was at my mother-in-law's helping his stepmother unpack and organize because she moved to be closer to us. And John came home to get a part for her purifier. And he couldn't find the keys in the truck, so he tried to make a plank to walk to the double doors. And the plank was on there just right, and it turned over, and that's when he fell over the deck, the unfinished deck, and fell 10 feet to the ground.
Whoa.
Thankfully, he landed on his side, not his back or stomach.
My leg is extremely affected.
Well, I know Amber had to take you to the hospital Friday night.
Yeah, twice.
He went back again because part of it started turning like a deep black, but the hospital says it's not bad. It's just dead tissue.
My. So just healing up and taking it easy for right now, making Amber do everything. Right, John?
I try to do stuff I can.
Boy, he kept the shovel out of his hand real fast there.
We're just kind of instigating here a little bit. Want to see if we can get you both riled up a little.
Well,
even though I'm hurting extremely bad, I got something free today, and I couldn't pass it up.
Oh, really? What's that?
Freeze truck is
A
wonderful.
dump truck pulled in our front yard today, and I was hopping down there like Hoppo, and went down there, and the truck driver said, "Do you want some free gravel?" And I said, "Yeah."
A whole truckload for free.
Oh, heck yeah. Wow. Awesome.
Well, that's pretty hard to come by.
We have a question here from Amanda. Wants to know how hard it is to homestead for beginners.
For us, it's really tough at the beginning. We've done without a lot to start our off-grid life because groceries start going up, internet bill, power bill start going up, and it's getting harder and harder for us to make it. So little by little, battery by battery, panel by panel, we got it a little at a time and build it up till we could build a system. It was a hard struggle doing without, but it was well worth it because a zero power bill, that's the good outcome.
Very nice. So, and I'm sure we're going to have more questions about that system as the night goes on here, because that's obviously something a lot of people are interested in. But if I'm not mistaken, in one of your videos, don't I see a windmill too?
Yes, it's a windmill, but it's not exactly a good windmill. It was given to John as a gift a couple of years ago. But we painted off a bigger one that's supposed to run your whole house and to worry about solar panels as much, but we haven't gotten a mill yet. It's mostly just for like when it's windy, it'll generate a little power, just give it that boost.
Yeah, just a little extra. That's what I kind of figured.
Yeah, it's like a little help.
So
yeah, there's a lot of folks that don't like that brand. I'm not going to say his name over the internet, but they have a lot of trouble with it. And so I might, until that other big one gets here, which we don't have the funds right now, we got to get our porch done as soon as we can. But that's been rough because money's been tied on the porch. So it's kind of been rough right now in this winter time. Don't have any heat, so we've been trying to buy a little propane when we can.
So you have propane heat in the house then. Is that what you cook with as well?
Yeah, we cook with it. Our tankless water heater runs on the propane. It's really efficient because when you turn the hot water off, the pilot light kicks off. It does not run, it's not doing nothing. The only time the tankless water heater turns on, activates the pilot light is when you turn the hot water on physically. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
tankless system here at the house.
But we don't have gas. We have
ours is electric.
Ours is an all electric house. But we don't use the electric heat in the winter. We did that. We bought the house 5 years ago. That winter we used the electric heat, and it's radiant heat. It's up in the ceiling. So if you turn the heat on and you're sitting on a chair, you feel like you're on a beach with the sun coming down on you. But our bills monthly were anywhere from $400 to $700 to have the heat going. We go, nope, can't do that. So we do. We have 2 pellet stoves, and that heats the house real nice. Now,
we have an old-fashioned 1960s Sears Ashley wood heater, and it still gets the house pretty hot. It still works good.
But my health's been stopping me to cut wood.
Well, yeah, if your health doesn't allow you to procure firewood, that's wood heat is nice. That's the warmest there is, I think. But hey, it takes work. It takes a lot of work to do that.
Now, do you?
I have electric chainsaw, but
do you have any small appliances, Amber, that you use, or can you not have that because of the way your house is?
We have our dishwasher we use, a toaster, coffee, our little percolator. We can run our refrigerator, our washing machine, our big TV, stereos. We can run all that.
Okay.
And the dryer and the internet. We got this nice big stand-up, one of those normal front-load dryers. And the solar system runs it with no problem.
But it's gas, too.
It's gas, too, so...
Okay, so it's gas heat and just...
That's what somebody just asked. Mary asked, they do have heat, don't they? That's what she just asked.
Yeah.
Not right now, we don't.
We have a little bit of wood, but it's going to use it to light tonight after the live stream, so we can get the house warm enough to sleep tonight.
Okay. So how chilly is it where you're at?
It's tonight in the upper 30s.
It was 22 last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, 22 last night.
We didn't have any wood last night. It was cold.
Yeah, that it tends to set in that way. Absolutely.
You think of Georgia and you think of warm weather.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
The 30s, you think of,
Ohio.
New York, Ohio, which is what we're having.
Surprise!
Yeah. Guess I really don't want to go to Georgia now either.
Well, they're northern Georgia.
Oh, so they're northerners too?
They're northerners too.
I see.
They're just southern northerners.
Oh, yeah.
I think 45 minutes out of
Makes total sense. Oh,
yeah,
my.
we're southern northerners that live in the mountains, though.
Okay, and I was going to ask, because what I've seen in some of your videos, you don't have flat land. It looks like it's a little bit wavy, hilly.
Yeah, our property, what it does is it gradually goes down the hill. It's like our property is like a slope. Okay. But there's a part of it that's kind of flat. We can drive in the driveway, but it's real slopey.
Okay, now do you have a garden? I mean, I saw a little bit, but how big is your garden, and what are your aspects in wanting to do some gardening?
Well, if next year if our garden don't get flooded out again, we got a big enough garden spot to can a whole bunch and then give some away. But hoping this spring and this summer we do have a good garden and nothing bad happens, because I got canning stuff. I got a pressure cooker. I'm ready to learn how to can. I'm hoping that next year is going to be a good year. Well,
I'm sure that it will be. And so you've not done any canning yet. You're all eager to learn.
I've watched videos. My Aunt Joanne taught me how to can because she's a good canner. I spent a couple of weeks with her and she taught me about canning, so I learned from her too. So that's good.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time I ever pressure canned, I stood behind Daryl.
Oh, poor Daryl.
Yeah.
Poor Uncle Daryl.
Yeah, I stood behind him when he put that little gauge on there, and I go, oh, must be safe. You know, from then on in, I was fine, but I let him do it the first time.
Well, there's John. I thought he was sitting beside her. He was just being shy.
Ah.
There he is.
Yeah, he's a little shy sometimes.
I was talking to my mother, trying to get her to join us.
So what plans do you have for this winter? Anything?
We're trying to get the back porch done. I've been looking at some clear plastic for the back porch, and we want to get the decking down and try to get that roof across there and try to do like a thermal heating thing on the back side, and also a place for plants to grow in the sun there, make it like a sunroom.
Okay, so almost a greenhouse type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Frugal, I think her name's Frugal Living. She has a porch like that, and it kind of gave me the idea.
Okay. And I know in talking with you guys and I try to, whoever we have on the show, I try to do a little bit of research on your past with the videos and things like that. So in doing that, I know that you guys are watching a lot of videos. You are just taking all kinds of stuff in. I think, as I mentioned, you're like sponges. You're just going out and trying to grab a hold of everything and just learn about everything. So,
yeah, I've learned a lot off of YouTube. I really have, and it's really inspired me. They want to know more.
Well,
and going to that conference when I met y'all was even greater. I've learned stuff I didn't know before, and it's like, wow.
And that's what they're for.
Well, and I'm going to direct this next comment to everybody that's in the chat here. If there's anybody out there that wants to be a mentor, that you have a homestead, you know some of the tricks and stuff, get a hold of these people. They will absolutely listen to you, and it would certainly help them out, and it would help you out. Believe me, it'd make you feel good.
Yeah. So
anybody that's in the chat out here tonight, if you'd like to help a young couple out here and learn the ropes and teach them so they don't have to go through the mistakes maybe you did, and they would certainly appreciate it. I know that.
Dale, did you guys get the picture of the house when it first was started building?
Yeah, we sent Aunt Sher. I sent Aunt Sher some pictures right after we got the siding put on, and we got finished and accomplished we was able to move in it.
This house I've got because I got somebody hit me and totaled my truck, and I was working, and they messed my back up, and so they gave me a settlement, and I bought this land, and I had a friend that I was helping him on some other stuff, and he said, well, if you help me, I'll help you build your house. So me and Steve was working on our home after I got hurt as much as I can. He tried to do all he could. He got killed in a car wreck. So that's why our homestead is not finished, because several years ago I got very sick. I had got mold poisoning, so that set me back. I didn't know what was wrong with me.
Wow.
So I was suffering for 3 years. I couldn't do nothing. And then I get a little better, and then all this thing with my leg, I fell through the porch. They didn't have the decking board. So it just set me back again.
Oh, Lord, I bet it did.
And now the car has a flat tire, and I put new tires on it. So
yeah, we ordered brand new tires. You think those brand new tires would stay pumped up?
Well, you would
must
think.
Have hit a nail.
Well, yeah, maybe that free load of gravel had a nail in it, and you found it.
We just got it today.
Oh, well, I guess that couldn't be it.
Yeah, that's a nice try.
I was just trying to help you out here, to come up with a reason. So.
Yeah, we get a lot of criticism from our family because we go off grid. We went off grid. We have people telling us we're wasting our time. We're wasting money. We should go back on the grid. Like John's stepmother, every once in a while, she would say, just get back on the grid and I'll buy you stuff to help you with your house. She refuses to help us for our solar wise because she doesn't believe in it. We get a lot of backlash. But to us, it doesn't matter how much backlash we get. We're doing it because it's good for us.
Well, there's a sense of self-satisfaction without question when you're doing something like that. So
our neighbor has a light bill that's $400 a month.
Yeah, our neighbor, he has this a regular single wide trailer, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It doesn't matter what he runs or how much or how little. This area, this Georgia Power, is set to rip people off no matter what he does. His power bill is $300 to $400 a month. And on our income, we could not pay that at all. That's another reason why we decided to go off grid. So
I'm curious, are you outside of town? Are you in the suburbs? Or are you?
We're in the county. This is kind of like a suburb.
Okay.
We live on a plot of land that used to be an old airport that served with the Civil War.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we live on historical land, and where we live in our property, you watch one of our videos, our property sits on the old airport road.
Very interesting. So have you done some history stuff on that as far as, back in the Civil War times and
we've had people tell us stories about it, and not too far down the road there used to be an old drive-in which is now houses trailers and homes too.
Okay. So your water supply then, is it a municipal water supply?
It's we run to the city because
it's county water.
Yeah, it's county water, but
okay.
Around here for what it costs to try to do well water, it costs so much money around here just soon to stay with the county water system.
Okay. Well, and again, I was just curious as to what and
like the rain catchment thing.
Okay.
And get the porch thing.
Now
that way have water for emergencies and stuff.
So with your solar system and being off grid, the only thing you have to do is get some propane from time to time.
Yeah.
For your heat and stuff. Are you going to change that at all, where you're going to not have to depend on propane too?
Yeah, we paid for a wind turbine, but our friend is building it for us. He got very sick. I don't know when he's going to get well. He's supposed to send us one, and we'll hook the dump load off into the water heater. So whatever energy we don't need in our batteries, it will dump it off into the water heater, which we have a separate water heater that's already hooked up. It just needs the power going to it from the turbine. or it can be hooked to solar panels too. But things have been kind of tough when we're trying to fix our home and then the car breaking down and the truck breaking down. So we ain't had money to go any further with the system at this time.
This turbine is awesome. He has video proof. His channel name is Orlando Sanchez, but you got to type Orlando Sanchez, then turbine. He has videos showing how much power he gets out of his, and the power he gets is amazing. So when you get hours, we will be living comfortably.
Cool. Very good. Amber, there's Stacy, the Sparkling Star, said, nice seeing you. She's getting tired, so she's going to go, but she says she's so proud of you and John. She believes you'll be good, and you're right on track. So I wanted to make sure, I don't know if you saw that, so I wanted to make sure you knew that was there.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for the support. Love you too, girl.
Now, I'm going to be just a little bit critical.
Go ahead, be critical. I can take it.
Okay, good. I want to see more in your videos. I want to see more what you're doing. In other words, I don't want to just see like a little finished project here and just a couple of solar panels standing up already mounted. I want to see you doing it. You follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying?
That never crossed my mind to do that. I get so nervous when I do my videos. I know they're so short. What I do is I get nervous. I try to keep them short and to the point and get the information out there without getting nervous, being too long.
And I understand.
On the porch, I can't film because of my brother-in-law. He don't want to be on film.
Well, you don't have to show his face.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. I'm serious. You don't have to show his face. And I'm just saying, you know, if you stop and think about it, you're learning from YouTube. But if people just put finished product out there, you couldn't learn.
Right.
So you got to turn that around, and you have to show them not only, well, I'm learning to do this. This is how I'm doing it. And darn it, I made a mistake. And, you know, if you show that kind of stuff, people jump on it.
The biggest mistake I made with our solar system is going 12 volt.
Yeah, 12 volts, don't ever go 12 volts on solar system, because if you go 12 volts, you won't be able to run as much and the batteries go dead quicker. So we switch to a 24 volt system. We know as we get more quality of power and power runtime running 24 volts.
Okay, and well, I'm going to ask you then, because I'm guessing John is the power guru there. Is John? Have you pretty well designed all that? What if you went to a 48 volt?
Yeah, we have Edison batteries, and I don't know of an inverter, to my knowledge, that you can run 36 volts on your Edison batteries, because Edison batteries, they like to be charged at a higher voltage at a 24 volt system. That's just the way the nature of them are. Everybody in the woods taught me about the batteries a lot. I didn't even know they existed. And he mentioned to me, look around, see if you can't find some. And I looked on Craigslist and I found some. And then in Ransom in Alabama, near Huntsville, his friend had some more, so we got them, and I traded some solar panels for them. So we got a whole bunch of Edison batteries, but they need new KOH in them. They still function, but they not working at their peak the best they could.
Yeah, okay. So obviously with a solar system, you're limited to sun for power, but you have a couple different types of solar panels. One of them does better in the shade to make power. Is that correct?
Well, the ones that I recently put up, I don't really want to use them, but we're trying to set up a refrigerator so it's independent have its own system. So it'll have its own battery and its own solar panels. So that way, when we leave or go somewhere, there's nothing else in the house energized but just the refrigerator. That's why we went with a DC refrigerator. That way, the batteries can sit there and rest while we're away, and there's not drawing any power off of them, and no concern of anything besides just the refrigerator.
Okay.
And I can monitor the refrigerator on the internet away from home, and I could see what it's drawing on mymidnight.com. It'll tell me how the batteries are doing.
Okay. Ruby Ranch has asked a question in the chat here. With solar, do you ever use candles or lanterns to limit?
No. This light you see are regular light bulbs. I mean, I can light up my house like a Christmas tree.
These are 12-volt light bulbs. We do have a small 12-volt system. It just runs the lights. So if I want to turn the inverter off at any time, I still have lights no matter what.
Okay.
So let's say the inverter malfunctions, which it's been a great inverter. Samlex Evo 24, 4,000 watt inverter. It's a great inverter, in my opinion. There's other companies that make great inverters too. But I ran up on a deal on this inverter, and it works with Edison batteries. But we have kind of like a redundant system, like just in case. He has a big channel on solar. Learned a lot from him and KVMC, Chris DIY. Great folks on solar. But anyways, no matter what happens, as long as the 12-volt system is charged, which I don't think there's ever been a day that the lights never came on 12-volt system. Now, 12-volt system is okay for lighting, but if you want to pull heavy loads, heavy amps, like a washing machine, big appliances, it's not very efficient.
Okay.
So that's why we use the Samlex to run the washer, the dryer, which we do have a 12-volt inverter, which is a 3,000 watt Thor. It just sits down there in case something was to go wrong. That was our first inverter we ever had. It's a good inverter, but it's just for a backup.
Now, BC Truck has kind of asked if you're a fan of LED light bulbs, but I think you just stated you are 12-volt lights.
All of our light bulbs are LEDs, and that's where we're running now, and it's bright and it's comfortable.
Sure is.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
So there you go, BC Truck. Switch to LED bulbs.
We do have some AC sockets that run the Samlex will run. They're 110 volt bulbs, and we get them at Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
$1.
Yeah.
And they're LED bulbs. They're Sunbeam. They work good.
Well, Southern Ark Homestead said the two of you need to give lessons.
Well, you guys got a camper. If you're over this way, come see us. I'll show you all about it. I don't like to show up on my system because I don't like to show my inverters and stuff like that because of security reasons.
Yeah, the way we got our system set up and wired up, people will start criticizing how it's wired and how the wires look. We just winging it, the income we got, and it works for us. Every time one time we did a video on it, somebody said it looked horrible, so we took that video down a long time ago.
You're always going to have somebody make some sort of off-the-wall comment. That's just the way it is. That's just human nature.
I also understand what you're saying, and like what I said earlier, you need to show a little more, maybe without showing. In other words, explain what you're doing. I mean, to look at your videos, people would love to learn from you. And you can certainly explain this with diagrams. You could explain it with talk.
And Southern Ark says, give lessons to the solar dummies like me. So see?
How far are they away from us?
You may be able to help others with what you've done.
She's in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Southern Ark Homestead. Her and her son are backwoods raised, are going to go to the conference in May, Tennessee.
Yeah, they'll be at the...
Stop by.
Well, we're just a couple of hours from the conference. We don't think we're going to make it, but if you want to come by here and visit us for a short visit, you can.
Well, May's still a couple months away. You don't know what will happen between now and then. You may be able to get there.
I'm hoping I get to go and see everybody again. I'm crossing my fingers and hope we get to go.
There you go. That works.
Do we have any of our wonderful moderators that are putting their
yes
their stuff in there?
Yes, Southern Homestead has put their link. Yes, she has. Sure did.
And
and Ruby Ranch said, she says, shoot, people criticize how I make deodorant. That's just...
Well, it looks like a rat's nest, but I don't have the money to buy that expensive stuff that some folks do. And it's good to have I got breakers and stuff like that, safety equipment, but it just don't look pretty.
Well, yeah, we got safety switches and stuff.
I understand, John, but hear me out here. What I'm saying is, you can do this on paper. You can explain what you did without actually showing it. In other words, you can say, okay, you get this much power from these panels. Here's the panels. You can show them the panels. And they all feed into this conversion thing or whatever that, and this is the thing that charges the batteries, and the batteries all sit over in this area. And in other words, just kind of explain what's going on. Get some details so somebody go, that's pretty interesting. I need like more information, or I'd like to try building something like that. So if anybody's looking for Edison batteries, I do have a friend in Tennessee, which we got our first set from, and he does get some more in. So if anybody is in Tennessee area that wants some close to Knoxville, he has some. I'm not representing him or nothing like that. Just anybody that's interested in Edison batteries, I know where to get some. Okay.
We need some sort of a YouTube Homesteader, whatever, Craigslist. Instead of, well, I know that each individual area has Craigslist, but, as far as the community goes.
No. And just to be honest with you, Big Family Homestead started that Facebook barter list for Homestead.
Don't know anything about that.
So, but I don't know that it's active anymore. I just don't know. So tell us, Amber.
We haven't had a power box in a long time. I don't remember the date on that meter box. Is completely empty. Ball lightning hit that thing and shorted it out and burned it up.
Well, you found the wiring in this house. The guy who owned it.
Yeah.
Talk about football.
the house that we're living in, the guy was he had an electronics background. He repaired televisions and things like that. But he was, as far as wiring inside the house here and following any type of code, that didn't happen. Functionally, it was fine. But if he wanted to add another light in the garage, for example, he just mounted the fixture up there, and he used the type of porcelain fixtures that had the little plugs in beside them, right beside where the bulb goes. Okay. So he took an extension cord and put two male ends on it and plugged them in together. Well, the lights work, but if that cord were to ever come unplugged, you've got a live 110 volt just swinging around with the terminals hanging out there. So, I mean, it's not the code. It certainly would not be considered safe by the safety sallies.
We had, when we bought the house, now this house went up for auction. That's how we got it. But this gentleman had put up speakers, little small speakers, in the top or underneath the eaves at each corner of the house. So apparently he could listen to the birds inside the house.
Yeah, he had it's crazy.
This guy had
but anyway,
one fry short of a Happy Meal, I think.
So
I wired the house, but I didn't wire it like most people does. I wired it for more safety. I don't have wires going up and down the walls, going to a light and going back down to another plug and going back up the light and going down to another plug. Each light socket has its own breaker.
Okay, so you've just run separate circuits to everything.
So when something pops, it blows that one plug.
And that's it.
That's it. And my friend that taught me how to do electrician work, that when you do it that way, your house runs more efficiently because you have less loads on the wires. Instead of having, like say you plug in 2 electric heaters, that one wire is pulling the whole load for them 2 electric heaters, and that's straining on your wire. So I put every plug.
I'll tell you what, I see somebody here in the room that just jumped in here that...
I don't even have to say which one it is. When they say sis, I know which one telling me it is.
But Deep South Homestead joined the room here, and you can get a lot from their channel.
Yes.
I don't know if you pick up on that or not, Amber, but Danny and Wanda, they're absolutely wonderful. They're southern Mississippi, so
yeah, we adopted them also. but we're sister and brother, not aunt and uncle.
So yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody in the chat here knows that this young couple are just doing their best and trying to gather all this information, learning how to garden, learning how to cook, learning how to
getting knocked down but getting back up and starting all over, and they're going to do it one way or the other. That's how far are you from Mississippi, Amber, John?
We are exactly 4 hours from Mississippi because my Aunt Joanne lives in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And when you leave Muscle Shoals, Alabama, it's about an hour to the Mississippi line.
Yeah, I think in the south, though.
But that's in the northern part of Mississippi.
Sorry, Southern Ark Homestead said she's up for adoption. She's almost housebroke.
She's almost housebroke. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to meet this woman in May.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, also, if the front part of our land, you might see it in the videos. That lower part of the land, we didn't want it no more, but we traded land to the next door neighbor, switched the land lines, so we have more of a backyard. But in the backyard that we have on the new land is all flat up there, but you got to drive up there with the truck. Well, we've been working on a little at a time to clear that new part of our land down for more space to garden, even if we wanted to. But just takes time to get a dozer up there and money.
Oh yeah, it takes money, it takes time, but a little bit at a time. The important thing is not to get overwhelmed. Just kind of keep gnawing away at it.
But the main focus we have now is getting our porch finished so we can get in and out of our house safely without me hurting my leg.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Have to wrap his leg with bubble wrap.
Well, I'll tell you what else we need to do is we need to.
Oh yes, we haven't even done one yet.
We haven't even done one, so we'll just kind of hang on here. Let me get this brought over.
We've just been chatting away.
Yeah, we got lost in conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, that's that.
Okay. So it's trivia time, folks, and I don't know if we have any new people in the chat here tonight or not, but we do this every week, and we have 2 questions. We'll ask one, and then we'll ask one a little bit later. We do have to have some rules because it's a game contest thing, and there is a prize, and it's a cash prize. We will give you a $2 bill for the first person.
Crisp, $2 bill.
The first person that can answer the question correctly.
Just minted. No, it's not. Just minted.
In the chat window as it is received and recorded here on the stream. So if you see it on your screen on the actual live stream here, that's the way that we receive them. The chat in your window on your computer may be in a different order. So we have to go by what we see here. You can only win once every 4 weeks. And we've had some repeat winners. So we've got some people that are old hands at this. So we're going to ask the first question and see what we come up with. Once we put this on the screen, it's open for answers. And is Dan in here tonight? It's not pancakes.
Yeah, Daniel was here because he said hello, and that's for I didn't even say his name. I said pancakes.
Okay, it's not pancakes, Daniel. That's not the answer. So
we're gonna flub them up one of these.
Yeah, we will.
We have to.
All right, here we go. What year did Amber and John decide to go off grid?
Smudge is down there talking.
2015 is incorrect, Bandana. 1924, nope. Ruby Ranch, 2012. Ruby Ranch just edged out BC Truck.
Betting the Farm, 1924. How old do you think we all are?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Ruby Ranch, you are the winner. You just edged out BC Truck. So Ruby Ranch, we need for you to send us an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. If your email is not reflecting in the name of your channel, please let us know who you are. Just give us an address to send you one of these fresh off the mint $2 bills.
Yeah.
They're worth at least $2 in the United States.
We can buy yourself a cheeseburger.
We shipped one overseas.
Yeah, yep.
England now has one of our $2 bills.
Yep.
Isn't that right, Bear Boy?
We went to England with it.
Yes, we did.
So.
Yes, Bet in the Farm, you did with that 1924 answer. Share a $4 bill and a $4. You send me that $4 bill, BC, and then we'll tear it in half. Send it to me first. I want to see this one.
All right. So, and we'll do this again in about 10 or 15 minutes. We have a second question. So, we're back to the people on the hot seat here. So, how long have you been participating in YouTube as far as doing videos?
It started about 8 months ago.
Okay.
I have my account since 2014, but I never did any videos till recently.
Okay. Yep.
I talked her into it.
Yeah, he talked me into it.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nope. Yeah. And you do these just with your phone. Is that correct?
Yeah, only thing I have is my phone, but it's what I got, and it does its job.
There you go.
We have two laptops, but one the screen's broken. I got it for emergency, but this laptop we're using now, it doesn't have a camera or a microphone.
Okay. So, real good.
Daryl, if you want to share the first starting of the homestead, that's the oldest picture I have. You're welcome to it.
Well, if I had the pictures ahead of time here where I could insert them in, I could do that. But I don't have anything.
That's
I
still too late for that one, John.
Okay.
I apologize that we don't have that for you, but by all means, maybe you should make a slideshow type video or something that has pictures of your journey through what you're doing, possibly. And I'm just trying to throw some suggestions out for you here.
Good idea, but I'm not computer savvy. I know you guys are busy. If you get time, maybe blab about that. If you can.
Well, we can try to help as we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we we helped Amber here with that other little project that she had. Did she surprise you with that, John?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was real nice.
They had an anniversary last week, and Amber sent me some pictures and asked me if I would do video for her, for John. So I sat down and put the pictures in some sort of order, and then found some music. Didn't find the one that she wanted. I couldn't find that, so I found something sort of anniversary romantic type stuff, and Daryl helped me with some of it and got it uploaded and sent it to her and uploaded it on her channel, and he was tickled pink or whatever color.
I couldn't afford anything for his anniversary, so I figured that video would sweeten his smile, and it did.
There you go.
Amber, when we had our anniversary in September, I did the same thing. I couldn't afford to go out and get him anything. But when he went to bed, I was out here till 2 o'clock in the morning praying he didn't come out in the living room, figure out what, try to see what I was doing. I put pictures. Yeah, I put pictures together and made him an anniversary card in YouTube. So I did it also.
We try to make birthday and anniversary all in 1 month. Sometimes we'll go to Golden Corral in October. That's about it.
Okay. We're just kind of reviewing the chat here, making sure we haven't missed anything.
We did meet Gail Crabtree collab at the Golden Corral. There's a video on her channel.
Okay.
Nice people.
Yeah, it's nice meeting people in how did Howard phrase it? 3D.
Yes.
3D.
I like that. I use it all the time now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last weekend we drove to Tennessee. Dana from Sullivan Family Farms had coordinated a craft show, and then her and Hope planned a meetup after the craft show at a Perkins.
At a Perkins, and Big Bear was there.
Mm-hmm. Hope
and
Belterra, and Mountain Mama.
Mountain Mama came.
Mm-hmm. Finally got to meet her.
And there were some others, and of course the kids all had a great time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was a 7-hour drive. We drove, just for a few hours to visit and spent the night at Dana's and came home on Sunday. We're crazy like that.
I don't know if anybody knows it, but there's another YouTuber. He's building a house on stilts like ours is. But we blocked ours in because it's so high off the ground. We put blocks around the foundation.
Okay, so yours is a stilt house then. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can drive under the house.
Okay. All right.
But it has a footer in the front side of it, and we poured concrete. Oh, it's really deep. We have earthquakes here, and it's still that one part was going up on the hill. It cracked right there, but the house is okay on that. There's a lot of concrete we put in the front there.
Okay, now was the stilts because of the earthquake area? I mean, is it?
No, I was in a hurry to get out of the mobile home that I was in.
Okay.
I was in a very dangerous mobile home.
Okay.
It was not safe to live in.
Yeah, me and John experienced one earthquake together back in 2004. It was a 5.7 in Fort Payne, Alabama, and it woke us up.
Oh,
Hello.
No.
Well, BC Truck just said in the chat here that his house is on the Bayou and Bayou. I don't. Well,
I know.
I'm a northerner, so it's a Bayou, and about 7 foot in the air.
Yeah, he's from Michigan. He's a northern.
Oh, there we go. The transplant. Grandpa's place.
Transplant.
Ask, what is the most interesting thing you've learned from watching a YouTube video?
There's so many interesting things that I've learned. I don't know where to begin. Let me think.
BC truck through in here by you.
Now, see, I was right.
Okay.
I said it.
That's not how us Northerners say that, BC.
I'm a Northerner. Just because I'm
What's the most interesting thing you've learned?
Just because I'm a transplant from New York.
Yeah, let's see what the most interesting thing is.
Oh, man. This house. Trying to get it done.
How close would you say you are to getting it done?
Probably 70%.
We are about 70% done getting it built, completed.
We had a fire, so that set us back.
Yes, I had every once in a while I got that little bit of brain damage. So every once in a while I'll fall out and pass out and have a seizure. It was last year. I had a pot of grease on the stove trying to cook John some quick chicken patties because we're both tired. Between being up too many hours and the stress, it triggered a seizure and I passed out and fell out. And I fell asleep because of it. And I woke up, the whole house was full of black smoke. I couldn't hardly breathe. So no, we hadn't to fix and repair that.
Bad smoke damage.
My.
I fixed the kitchen.
Yeah, because he got the kitchen and dining room wall all painted, looking nice, and got the cupboards cleaned down. They look clean and nice again. Got half of the ceiling painted, but still got a lot of work to go.
Yeah, that ceiling paint is expensive. That kills. But it's still dark on this side over here. The ceiling is from the smoke damage.
Did you see Bandana's comment to you? So, Daryl, I'm a Northerner. Didn't you ever hear the song, "We'll have fun at the bayou"?
That's not racing.
Yeah, didn't have racing in the show, Bandana. If it doesn't have racing, I think he knows Herbie. Herbie wasn't at the bayou.
BC Truck has asked, what happened to damage your brain, give you seizures? And before you say anything, I want you to know, if you do not want to say anything, just say so, and that's fine.
It doesn't bother me to talk about it because it's done is done. My grandfather beat me unconscious when I was 2 and left me there to die. And luckily, one of my mom's friends was able to wake me up. But ever since then, I've not been the same.
And also, you had smoke damage from the trailer.
I'm just glad I'm alive and I can learn. And I've got the brain damage is not bad towards I can't learn nothing. I'm glad I can learn something. And turn it into something positive and put into something positive, like go off grid and be self-sufficient and stuff like that. I'm putting towards something positive.
That's awesome.
That time he was in the
there's a lot of folks that have all their capacities and can't do that. So
well, and just to make
kudos.
Just to make it real clear here for everybody, you really did not grow up off grid. You really did not grow up gardening and homesteading per se.
No, I grew up living in cities, suburbs, trailer parks. I didn't really know nothing about going off grid and gardening. My mama, she really think I'll go on my own, so she never taught me anything. She did teach me a little bit enough just to get by living with her. But when I got married, got my own, my husband taught me everything I need to know. So when he taught me about this and that and the other thing, there's a whole list of stuff he's taught me. And I got to learn about this off-grid lifestyle about 7 years ago when I told John, I'd like to do that. I'd like to do something like that, put towards my brain, make it stronger.
Okay. Very good.
There you go.
We had a lot of storms. We had a couple snowstorms, 2 or 3. Sit here with no power, no way to cook, because the stove has to have electricity to start the oven. And sometimes when the storms were here, we go 3 days with no electricity.
Oh yeah.
And I said, something's got to be done about this problem, because one time the transformer blew up and we had no power and I had to order one, as far as my knowledge. So we had to wait for them to bring a transformer in. I said, we need backup power. So I just went ahead and started getting panel one at a time.
Very interesting. Oh, and going back to the panels, there's basically two different types of panels, if I'm not mistaken. One of them works better in shady weather, and is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, them panels are great panels, but they're kind of like a novelty panel. You really don't want to use them all the time.
The government did something to put a stop in production in the kind of panels called CIGS.
I don't know for sure,
but we've heard stories about that online, about the government having their hand in it. What the panels do, they can absorb energy when there's cloudy days.
Okay.
And they're not being made anymore. We got 2 of them, and there's not been any more like that online ever since.
There is some small ones you can order, but they cost $60 each, and they are half the watts of them panels out here. But we don't want to leave them up. We're going to go ahead and order some more of them when we get a chance of the high-tech panels, which they do pick up on cloudy days. They're very nice panel, and they're smaller.
Somebody's got a notification coming through.
That's me. I don't know how to work this phone. I don't know how to turn on notifications for Facebook and what log off.
I knew what it was. It's fine.
It's a lot better than it was the other day, so it's fine.
It snuck through, didn't it?
Why don't we do the second trivia?
Second trivia,
because it's 10. So
okay, yeah, let's do that. Let me bring that up here, and we're gonna have to be quick on this one because everybody's heard the answer that's here.
BC Truck
John got nervous and messed up.
BC Truck said it sounded like a foghorn.
Okay, real quick, one more time for the rules on the trivia game. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here.
Go.
And obviously then you must send us an email so we can send you your prize. So, question number 2, if everybody's ready. What type of batteries are they using for their solar system?
You messed up on that one, John.
No.
I told you his camera shot and he got nervous.
What type of batteries are they using in their solar system?
Southern
Ark Homestead.
Rusty said Duracell. Oh my gosh.
Southern Ark Homestead is...
Melanie said working ones. That was a good one.
That's
I love
good
the
answers.
I love the answers.
Yeah. Okay, Southern Ark Homestead is the... Gosh, have we ever had one of our moderators win before?
Coco.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, for Discovery.
No, it was Discovery that did it, but he was half a moderator.
Half a moderator?
She has to get her dowry.
Just
built
Discovery, you're only half a moderator, I've been told here. Oh. All right. You got that written down?
Congratulations, Southern Ark.
Yes, I sure do.
All right.
BC Truck, yeah, it's those round watch batteries. There you go, BC. Wonder how many of those they would need.
Well, you know,
I'm not sure they could power an ant house with.
I think those. I can just picture BC building that on his bench there.
I'll send him the batteries because we should have a whole box of your father's. I'll send you the box. We want a video.
All right. Well, and we thank everybody for playing, and we do this every week. So tell your friends, unless you want to try to hog up all the money, but tell your friends, and we'll see you here every Monday night.
Yeah, Rusty, the old farm runs on AAA batteries.
No Lannon's here though.
Discovery says, Daryl, I'm a buy moderator. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. We'll just run on by that one.
Oh my goodness.
We'll just run on by that one, Amber. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm not going to say a word either.
Oh, you need to meet Coco Noel and her husband, Ern. His ID here on YouTube is Discovery. Two of the greatest people. I mean, they just mesh. And Coco and I just mesh. Yeah, Andy is right. It's a challenge. And like I said, when Daryl's dad passed away and we got a lot of his stuff, there was a couple of what your checkbooks come in, those boxes. I think I still have 2 or 3 of those full of those little watch batteries or hearing aid batteries. Challenge. Figure out what you can do with them.
Look what BC Truck is saying.
Yeah, what did I get myself into? There we go. Yeah.
There you was asking what we can run. We run the saws. We run just about anything we want to on the solar. We run the skill saws, miter saw, all kind of anything you want as long as it's not 220.
Cool.
Okay, but if you had a different type of inverter, you could run 220, could you not?
Well, they make 2 samwises. There's one that's 220 or 110. And maybe later on I will get that other model to have it run 220.
But that'll be like later on, way in the future, sometime.
or I can get the transformer that Outback make. And I just plug it in and it gives you 220 on the output. That's a transformer.
Well, and BC Truck might be the person to ask on this, but I'm kind of thinking that there might be a way to generate, well, maybe that's, I don't know, there might be a way just to generate 220 power with a electric motor where you can power it with 110 volt power. I'm speaking out of turn here. I've just... Did
you just see what Grandpa's place put?
But I don't know of any use of 220 other than welding, and I don't weld.
Grandpa's place. That's true in a typical house circuit, but we're starting here with 24 volts DC, and he's inverting that over to 110, and so to get the phasing right and all that for 220, that would be something that has to be done in the inverter, I believe. But I think you could build a separate circuit where you would generate your power from an old electric motor.
Well, it'd be cheaper to get the Outback transformer. I think that they get them on sale. I think sometimes they're like $489, $500 for the transformer.
Well, see, I'm thinking a $25 old electric motor that you would spin with a 110 volt motor, like a washing machine motor or something, that you would spin it with that and it would generate power. And I'm betting BC Truck was going to be the one to come up with a way to do that.
Fitting World said clothes dryer uses 220. Ours is a 110, isn't it?
Yeah, we use gas. We don't use much.
Yeah, it uses propane and uses very little electricity, so our dryer is a 110 because it's propane run.
There's the question I was waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Clendon has asked.
I've been waiting for it also.
Who is random?
I put random because I do other stuff besides off-grid and gardening stuff. I'll do maybe like a fun vlog every once in a while to spice up my channel, like shout outs, or somebody would I'll do a tag video, somebody tag me in. That's why I put random, because it's not just strictly just homesteading. I make my channel a little fun. That's why I added in random, because I might do something a little random for fun.
If we're out somewhere, it may not have nothing to do with homesteading, so we might do a video or we're somewhere far off. Never know.
Yeah, I've done a video riding on the mountain, and I filmed the little small town of Menlo. I think is the cutest little town I've ever seen. I do stuff like that.
Okay. And I kind of took that for granted in looking at that, but I'll tell you what, I was surprised I got your entire name to fit above the promo thing here when we first aired this tonight. I was thinking I was going to have to go to double lines. It was so long.
Sorry.
Okay, Amber, when you're not doing videos or whatever, what do you do to keep yourself busy? Do you have any crafts you do, or cooking, or anything?
Well, I don't got any craft things. What I do is when I need to clean house, I turn some music on, I dance, and I clean house, or go for just a little short walk when I'm able to walk, and I do stuff like that.
Amber helps me on the homestead too outside when she can. When her knee don't start giving her a fit. This cold weather really bothers both of us. That's one of the things we're building the porch too, so we can have a ramp, so the steps won't be so hard on our knees.
Yeah, well, it's back when I was 19. I fell down a ravine and I bashed my knee pretty bad and had to be in a cast for almost 3 months. Now I'm starting setting the arthritis buddies. Not fun.
Well, if you were to take up a craft, what would it be? What sounds interesting to you?
My favorite crafts is when I was able to afford it, I like to make jewelry.
Our daughter,
I still got a necklace that I made years ago, and I like to like word shirts, like find the words and the square all the letters.
Gotcha.
I like doing that, and I like do adult coloring because it keeps my mind occupied and keeps my mind busy.
Okay, cool. Those designs in those books they make my eyes cross. Some of them are just, I mean, they are. Like, how am I supposed to color with these little tiny spots? I'll have one over here and one over here by the time I get done.
Well,
don't let your eyes get stuck cross-eyed. It'll just get stuck like that.
And just to let everybody know, we've actually been on a little over an hour here, so we're still doing good. We've got 35 people in the room. But we obviously don't want to take up everybody's entire night. So if you got questions, get them typed in the window here, and we'll get them to answer them, and if they will.
Amber, if you had your choice of small appliances, what would you get?
The one thing I really want to get, since we can't cook in our gas stove because of propane, my biggest thing I like to have is a toaster oven, because you can do a lot in a big toaster oven.
Way to make pizza.
Yeah, homemade pizzas or do homemade biscuits or something. That'd be perfect.
Okay. And everybody in the chat heard that. So if anybody ever wants to set up a Secret Santa thing, we know that a toaster oven could be delivered to northern Georgia.
Maybe if Amber feels like it, she can do a video on some of our projects that we got coming ahead as we go. Our front porch, it's missing floor joists too. We was going to make a big greenhouse out of that eventually, but it's missing probably 20 floor joists for it too.
Yeah, we've seen on YouTube people take and do like up above ground greenhouses and put it toward, like build like a front of a house window. You can heat that one room. We think about switching rooms and sleep in this other room to have natural heat in the winter.
Like an earthship.
Like an earthship. I have a greenhouse in front of it to help draw in the heat and keep the room warm.
Very interesting. Well, obviously you're thinking a lot out of the box and doing things in frugal ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is something interesting. Some folks might be interested in. I'm not sure. I had a fellow that I used to help some because he couldn't drive. Anyways, I try to, if I can get something and build it, I'll build it. The dryers and the washing machines that are here, none of them work. I built everything, built a dryer, some parts. A lot of people said, what are you doing with that piece of junk dryer? It don't work. I took it home and ordered the parts on eBay, put the new drum in there and the new seals and the rollers and put it back together, plugged the propane to it, and it worked. Amber's washing machine tore up and something happened to the outside of the drum which couldn't be repaired. So my brother-in-law gave me this old washing machine that didn't work. I took the transmission out of her old washing machine, slid it back up there. There's 3 bolts and a drive shaft. There's a little drive shaft thing that's made of rubber. Put a new drive shaft in it, slid it back up in there. You ready to go? It's been working for how long, honey? A year?
No, it's been working for almost 7 months.
7 months. Yeah. Her dishwasher, I built that too. It was at the dump.
Well, I thought you met her. No, I better be quiet.
You want to shovel now or later?
Uncle Daryl, you're a smarty pants.
You're just now finding this out.
Oh my! All right.
That's
So
right.
I try to do things. Even the stereo that I hear you guys on, I fixed that.
It's an old 8-track stereo. He fixed the wiring and everything up to where it could be used as an auxiliary base. You see that right there?
Okay. Yeah.
That's an old 8-track, and he fixed it where I can use the auxiliary, so I can hook my smartphone to it and have surround sound, so I can listen to my music.
Yep. Mary Clenenden says, John, you're very handy and smart.
But you know what? We want to see videos.
John's very handy and smart, but he still gets criticized and teased and made fun of because he can't hardly spell or read.
I get called a troll.
Yeah, he gets called a troll because he don't do videos. He doesn't type a lot. But when it comes to filling out forms and stuff, I do it for him because he can't hardly spell or read. I do it for him.
Okay.
I spell enough to pay bills and stuff like that. But big words is kind of hard on me. I'll ask Amber what it's spelled like.
Well, like I say, we want to see videos. And Amber, I think if you set your mind to it, you can do that, and you can make them very interesting. And nobody knows or cares. And those that do criticize you for that, John, number one, they're not friends. They're not anybody you want to associate with anyway.
And maybe they're just jealous because they can't do it. You can.
Yeah.
I got some haters in family too.
Oh, me too.
They didn't want me to go off grid at all.
Well, just sort of, shrug your shoulders, and you don't need that kind of negativity, and keep going on about what you're doing. So you'll be doing something right.
Well, Melanie Jane just put in here, haters or motivators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is, when they say something, it makes me want to do it that much more.
Exactly.
Like the refrigerator, it's a DC refrigerator. My stepmom said, don't buy that. It's a piece of junk. They just made me pay for it sooner.
and June Gall just typed in there, do videos of how you fix things, John. How you make stuff from nothing.
This house was probably built from probably 20% reclaimed lumber. But we didn't have cameras back then. The only thing I have from history is them pictures there.
That we sent you on Facebook.
Okay.
Maybe they could be edited some on the bottom of the house where it's not painted yet. Maybe blacked out. I don't know. I'm not good at computers. But you can see a post there where it used to be a post on the left-hand side.
Okay, so you guys have a Facebook page. This is open to anybody, I take it? Is that...
Pardon?
They have a Facebook page that's open to anybody?
I don't know if Amber and John, I know they're on Facebook, but I don't know if they have their own page on Facebook.
Do you have a page on Facebook that people can?
I have 2 Facebooks. One's just for family, and I got one that's Rose Silky Rivers. It's after my nickname. That's for Facebook fans that want to be my friend on Facebook.
Okay, I mean, if that's something that.
If y'all want to add me on Rose Silky Rivers, you're more than welcome. That's what that one's for. Those are my nicknames.
Okay, you got the name? Because I certainly don't.
I'm not much of a Facebook fan because I've had so many things happen.
Neither is Daryl. He hates it.
So Daryl and John get along in that aspect.
Probably.
Not loving Facebook that much.
Yeah,
I got hacked here not long the other day, so.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, we haven't.
Yeah, I'm not a Facebook fan. So.
Daryl, the reason I love Facebook, I've had 3 family members that find me and said it's been since you were born since I seen you, and they find me, and that was so joyful.
That's
our truck.
That's a lot of the reason why I started with Facebook, because my sister and most of her children are out in California. My brother was, he passed away about 2 years ago. But I have family out in California. I have a niece in Phoenix, so that was a good way to keep in touch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Plus, I met him on the internet.
Yeah, but it wasn't Facebook.
No, it wasn't. It was way before Facebook.
Our truck, we built that truck. Me and Amber did.
Yeah, our big Chevy GMC King Cab long bed. We built. It was a diesel. We took the diesel engine out, and put a gas in it, and cleaned the gas tank out so you can put regular gasoline in it, and we put the transmission in it.
That's a job.
The cab we bought it from a junkyard, had a clean title. The other truck had a clean title, but it was a Flintstone truck. You could see the ground.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We got rid of that and hauled it off for scrap, and the scrap paid for the cab almost. The newer one.
Yeah, we have one that'll be for sale here not too long.
Yeah. Yep, got a couple little jobs I want to do with it yet, and then it's for sale. So, what do you think? About time to?
I think.
Yeah, it's time. I think it's time to end is to let other people go live and do their thing.
Yeah, and some of them it's been long days, so they're logging off anyway.
Yep. So.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us, and it was an awesome experience for us.
Well, you guys just kind of stick around. We're going to close this out, but you stick around. We'll talk to you offline here for just a little bit. Okay?
All right.
All right. So let me get us over here. There we go. So, I think it's a very good night.
I think it was a very good night.
And we want to thank everybody that's in the chat for being here tonight. Next week.
Nina, I agree. This one was a good one. I agree.
Next week is going to be something.
Good night, Jackson. Nice seeing you, girl.
I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Next week, but we're going to have Dennis Allen, City Boy Homesteader on, and if you folks have not had an opportunity to go watch his channel, you need to.
He's a riot.
He is.
We met him in Virginia.
He is unique, and he's definitely from the city. So, anyway, it's getting into cold season here.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of you people are going to start taking sniffle pills and all this other stuff. So, as a final word here before we go tonight, I just want to warn everybody. There's 2 medicines you should never take at the same time. So you never, ever you want to take a laxative and a sleeping pill. And with that, folks, we'll bid you good night. Take care. Thanks so much for joining.